All right, you guys, it's time to rise and thrive. This is the first Monday of August 2026. We're running a little behind schedule here with some amazing technical difficulties, like I'm locked out of my own Facebook page. That's okay because I'm here with Maggie and Paul, and we are here to bring you guys some energy and some positivity. So we're going to focus on that stuff. So if you're catching the replay of this because it wasn't live on Facebook, that's okay. You will still learn today because we're going to talk about the real estate industry. Paul and I just came back from Inman, where we were in San Diego last week. Inman's a whole different format right now. Brad Inman's among the missing. He's gone. Apparently, there's a new CEO in town. So that was an introduction to him. And everyone was kind of taken by surprise. Everyone that we know anyway, that Brad Inman wasn't there. So it was a whole different style, a whole different agenda, a whole different schedule. We missed a lot of some of the top speakers we wanted to see because we were used to the previous schedule. So lots of stuff to learn. But the overwhelming thing that so many people talked about from the stage was the evolution of real estate and where it's been, where it's going, what you got to stay focused on, what you shouldn't be focusing on. Artificial intelligence was all the talk of the entire first 2 days of the conference, just like over and over and over, where it was in a lot of pitching, a lot of products being pitched. And so if you were new to real estate, you would have been like pulling your hair out, probably like, what in the world? I don't even know what to do with any of this. But if you've been in it for a bit, you kind of were like, okay, I can pick and choose what I'm going to pay attention to. Maggie, you were not with us at Inman because you were back here slinging houses like crazy. When you look at where we are, like August 2026, you and your team are heavily focused on production. Do you think artificial intelligence has changed your business at all this year?
Absolutely. 100%. 1,000%. I think I was playing around with AI when I first joined Realty of America, but really getting to know you and Paul and meeting Paul, I think that just changed everything in my business. It truly has, because you're so well educated. You know so much about artificial intelligence that you were just like, hey, you need to look into this, download this, pay for this, and everything that you guided us to, I'm doing it, and it's applied in my business every single day. I mean, it's a part of my norm.
Do you think that, because when we were at Inman, there were a lot of people selling stuff, of course, because there's a lot of people making a lot of money off products because of artificial intelligence, some that you may or may not need, some that may or may not help your business. Do you think because of what you've learned, it's kept you from maybe frivolously spending on things that you didn't really need?
For sure. And I want to touch on that. I remember when I first got into real estate, I went to the mega agent camp for KW. This was my very first year. And I remember walking out into the lobby, and there was a lot of people selling a ton of stuff. And Jose and I, being new agents, top producers at mega agent camp, we started buying a lot of the stuff that they were selling. And did we ever apply it? No, it was just they got us, they got our money. Now looking back, I'm like, dang, you don't know what you don't know. And now being in the industry for 6 years, you definitely get to pick and choose what you want to apply in your business.
What do you think the biggest things so far you're doing with artificial intelligence that you've learned this year that you're applying towards your business?
Social media, for sure.
What are you doing?
So before I would waste, I don't want to disclose. No.
You don't have to.
No, I want to.
You don't have to.
No.
She's sharing.
I'll share whatever. It works. Okay, so before I would hire a photographer to come do our photo shoots. Of course, you have to schedule the time, go and get ready and spend 3-4 hours, which 3-4 hours is like $40,000 that you're losing out on production, because an hour, like, you're able to generate at least one good qualified lead. That's $10,000. So now I'm looking at things like that.
Yeah.
So with AI, with this amazing app that I have, these photos, some of them don't look like me. I get it, because sometimes people are like, whoa, chill out, Maggie. That doesn't look like me. That looks like she's 20 years old. But these photos do look like me, and I'm able to get creative on it. Like if it's, one with on the phone, like, hey, happy Monday, I'm waiting for your call to list your home. And you can just get creative and play with it. So I know that's bought back my time a lot.
How much time do you think you're spending doing that now?
It's the same amount of time, Tricia. Ever since I started real estate, I work on my social media. I know I work on it. I know I should pay someone to do it, but I have paid people to do it and they just don't align. I haven't found the right person that aligns with my vision. And the persons that I do find, they're so expensive. It's $5,000 a month and I'm not going to pay that.
No.
So I'm just not going to do it.
It's unnecessary.
Unnecessary, exactly. It's the same thing. I've been doing this since I started real estate. Once I put the kids to sleep at 9:00 at night, I'm there in my phone and it's just like something goes off and I get creative. I'm like, okay, on my story, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make it go this way and it's going to lead into this. So I'm very intentional with what I post, just to give little teasers. And that's it. I work from it from like 9:00 at night until maybe 10:30.
Do you think a lot of your business is generated from social media?
I think yes and no. I mean, 100%. I'm very big on referrals. I think what happens through social media, it just keeps me in front of my sphere, which then like a cousin needs to buy. So then they're like, oh, hey, call Maggie.
Okay. So I know when you've taught at Top Agent Playbook, you talk about when you're teaching your agents to have like their 3 things that they focus on, and that's what they kind of use for social media content. Are you using that same strategy still?
Yes, the 3 pillars.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be doing like workout and church and real estate and then clubbing and like just pick your 3 pillars. Like what is it? What are your 3 pillars?
And now that you've kind of evolved and you're on a little bit of a different course with where your life is going and what you want your life to look like, have your 3 pillars changed?
Absolutely.
What are they now?
It's still, of course, real estate. I definitely want to say that I'm touching and tapping into farm and ranch. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Who wouldn't? Farm and ranch, and also like community and the kids.
Okay.
So I'm a mom, real estate, farm and ranch.
I love that. So Paul, coming from like, you're the one that taught Maggie a lot of the stuff that she's talking about and that she's using. And that was like probably 2 months ago, right? When you came to the office, I think, Maggie, probably.
And Paul taught me the stuff that I'm applying into my business when I first met y'all, which was right after, I think, Thrive Week. Thrive, whenever we had that. So when was that? That was about
a year ago almost. Yeah. Okay. So Paul, knowing that, and then where we just came from, Inman, which was fully exploding in artificial intelligence, how has the world of real estate changed in the short amount of time that you've been, like what you've showed Maggie to do, what you're teaching agents to do here in our office, and then what you saw at Inman? Talk a little bit about all of that.
Well, how it's changed. Number one, just like what Maggie said earlier about when you first got into real estate, you went to a conference or you went to somewhere and you were getting pitched left and right about everybody's product, and everyone tells you that they have the solution. Now people are going to ChatGPT and they're finding out what real estate agents' pain points are, and then they're selling you, and then you're feeling like you need to purchase everybody's product. Now you don't have to. So a lot of these tech companies, a lot of these CRMs, a lot of all these different products that are out there, you have the same capabilities that they do in creating that product. If you really know what you're looking for, you can go to ChatGPT today. You can go to ChatGPT Work or ChatGPT Codex, and you can create it. You don't have to go pay somebody $100 and $99 a month for a subscription. If you are able to learn with your AI model, you can create whatever. Another thing is what people really need to focus on in the world of AI is if there's something specific that you want to use AI for, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's photos, it's video editing, it's creating a CRM, it's creating listing presentations, whatever it is. You need to go deep into that and focus on that. Like Maggie probably, when you first started doing it, you probably were spending maybe 2 or 3 hours creating like an actual photo shoot or creating any content that you were going to put out. Now it honestly would take you what, 10 to 15 minutes to do it.
About, yes.
And so the more that you get, about 20 minutes, the more that you're using it, the better that you get and the more time you get back. Like there's things that you could probably do that I've never even done before. And it's just because you use your artificial intelligence to help you advance. And there's always different things that I create throughout the history of playing around with AI. I'll tell you a fun fact, the way that the world has changed. Tricia went on a listing appointment, and I'm going to talk about what you just did today. Tricia went on a listing appointment on Friday. When she went on a listing appointment, the homeowner requested a complete market, like a report on
samples. Samples of how we market $1 million plus property, luxury properties.
Yep. They wanted a sample. They wanted a report on how we market, our marketing strategy and our content and whatnot. Now, back in the day before artificial intelligence, you would have to sit there and go comb through your entire social media accounts. You'd have to go search every report that you have all over God's creation to put together some kind of report, put it together in a PDF format. And then you were probably working on that throughout the weekend, just so you can deliver a product to them on Monday, right? Well, Tricia told me about this morning, and she said, we need it and we need it now. So with that, I jumped on a quick Zoom with my social media division. And then instead of creating a report, we created an entire site, a personalized website that Tricia could send to that seller to where they can see our complete market report on how we ran one of our $1 million listings. It was very exclusive to them. It showed everything. It was detailed. It had our videos embedded in it. And now all she had to do, and we created that. And that was the first time we've ever done that. We created that in 30 minutes. After the creation was made, we modified it and we came up to an agreement on what looked like our standard. And then we sent it out. So within an hour, Tricia had that completely reference and index website with all of this information, all of the analytics on it. And all she had to do was copy and paste it to her client.
And boom.
And nobody had to go searching. I didn't have to go sit there going through Facebook, YouTube, going through all of our CRMs and everything. My artificial intelligence, who is this is your business partner at this time, did it all in 30 minutes. Do you think we're going to win that listing?
Absolutely.
Yes. Nobody else is doing that.
No.
And you have it at your feet. Every single person that has an artificial intelligence account has this same capability right now, today.
Paul, you should go over this in Top Agent Playbook.
I can.
Can you do it in short enough time frame for people to actually grasp it and understand it?
Now, I can't promise you that everybody will grasp it and understand it, but I can show it to you.
It's high level. It really is. Even when we sat with you and we went to your office, I think that's just on a different level. You have to pass all the intro steps of real estate in order to understand that.
I think people, and I said it in our community this morning, I think after especially being in Inman last week, I feel like there's such an overwhelming overload of technology on top of technology that's coming at our industry. And the average agent most of them are unskilled and untrained. They're just like, I'm so overwhelmed with all of it. And they're not doing anything productive with it. They think that they are, but they're not.
That's a problem, Tricia. I get thrown, hey, Claude, this and that. And I'm just like, yeah. So you need to be very disciplined with blocking the noise, focus on just touch on one thing and be consistent.
Yep.
So your people, Maggie, that's exactly what I want to talk about. And for you guys that don't know, Maggie, how many are on your team now?
7. And it's going to stay at 7.
I love it. And okay, does that include your mom and your dad?
No, it includes my mom, not my dad.
Okay.
So my dad, maybe 8. We'll add him in there.
So Maggie has a unique team. It's like probably one of the best you could ever have in your whole life, where her family literally is integrated into the business. They're all on the same page. They all know their roles. No one's like complaining or about what they have to. It's so structured, and that's on you, Maggie. Like, you put it all together and it runs like a well-oiled machine. How much volume do you think you guys will do this year, or number of units? What's the projection?
Number of units, I believe we're going to touch maybe between 180 to 210.
I love it. And with that, do you find, and you've just purchased your new thing, right?
I did, Tricia.
Do you want to tell everyone you just purchased?
Yes, we purchased a ranch. It's going to be called the IBB Ranch. And that name, I think I spoke about this last time, or I told somebody. We went to the King Ranch in Kingsville, and I was speaking with their staff, and they're like, call it the IBB Ranch. And I was like, because I was like, hey, I'm having a hard time coming up with the name. And their staff and their marketing teams are like, oh, the IBB Ranch. And I said, perfect. That sounds beautiful.
And tell everyone what that means.
The Investor and Broker Brothers.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
And tell everyone what that is for.
Who they are.
For the investors, for my sons. And also, we went out to eat last Sunday after church. And I was like, guys, Mom is tired. And my oldest son's all like, Mom, just wait. I know I need to go to college. He said, I need to network and meet certain people, because it's all business and about network. It's about who you know.
It is so about that. So when you look at like your business as you've evolved, and it's in like artificial intelligence is in your business, and your team, you've added agents, you've removed agents. What is it that you think, here we are in August, you guys are having an amazing year. What is it that you went laser focused in on doing with your team and yourself to keep your production where it is?
I really needed to remove the heavy and dead weight, or just anyone that was disrupting my energy, my creative thinking, anyone who just wasn't aligned with me. And that's just not my team. That's just anyone around me. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I distance myself from you, it's not because it's intentional, because I really need to be in a right state of mind, not only for myself, for my marriage, for my family, for my time with God. It's very important for me to have the right people around me that are not going to take and drain from me. Yeah. I don't mind masterminding and collaborating, but we all need to bring value to the table.
For sure. Do you think that you've gotten more rigid with your schedule, your daily schedule?
For sure. Yes.
Walk us through your daily schedule.
So my mornings are still very slow. I'm the opposite of you, Tricia. I know you wake up really early, and I pray that one day I'm like that, but I'm not. This is my hard truth. I've always been a slow morning person, and that's very important to me. I get the kids out of the house, and I have my coffee, and I have my time to creative think, and my alone time, and my time to just connect with myself and God. And I like to ground also. I go to my front yard, and I'm just like there walking in my front yard without shoes, and my neighbors are probably like, what's wrong with her? To me, it just connects me. And then I get to the office, and as soon as I get to the office, which is around 10:20, I mean, I'm locked in. I even tell everybody, hey, I'm locking in. Like, I'm locking in. Don't mess with me. Like, don't talk to me. Don't come at me. Nothing. Like, let me get locked in. I make my calls. I'm very intentional. I start, poking at people leads that I need to, get a hold of. Yeah. I'm very intentional with my calls in the morning. And then I just lock in and I build up my schedule. Every day it's about building up the schedule, adding an appointment.
Do you, when you get to the office and you're locked in, how long regularly will you stay focused, no distractions? How long will you sit in that zone?
A good hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. I want everyone listening to this to really listen to that again, because there's so many people, and and I think you can do real estate so many different ways and be successful so many different ways. It's consistency and it's discipline and it's focus, because there are a lot of people out there that will be like, you be on the phones at 7:30 in the morning, and or you're in the office by 7:30 and you're making calls by 8, and it's like, okay, that maybe works for some. And I get it. There's a lot of people that do that and they're highly successful, but you do not. You do what works for you. You have your morning time, your quiet time, and you get to the office. You're a high producing person, high functioning, laser focused. And you're living the life that fits you and what feeds your soul. And I think in our industry, that gets lost. And I think it gets lost in, I got to do what so-and-so's doing because they said that's how to do it. And even though I don't want to do it, and I feel like it's ripping my heart out, I'm going to do it because so-and-so said to do it,
Yes.
And I don't think that's right.
Tricia, it's very important to not look to your left and right, because you can. I mean, there's so many real estate agents on my social media, and if I'm like going down the rabbit hole and be like, oh my gosh, this lady's doing this, or she's producing this much, or they're driving a Ferrari. Like, who gives a damn? Just do what works for you.
Yes.
Period. Like, that is it.
Yes.
Yes.
And you, Maggie, aren't you home most evenings with your family?
Absolutely. Yes. That's so important to me. I mean, there's some days where I'm like, hey, like, Jose, today's going to be one of those days. I'm not going to be home till 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, please just have food ready for me,
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm grossed out. I'm just like, oh, like it was a day, but I had to lock in. Either it was a client that just they had to get locked in.
Yes.
That we'd been with them. And I'm like, okay, if we don't execute today, guess what? That just means that there's going to be another time that we're out there with them.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, you have to finish what you started.
For sure. So,
and I think it's so intentional. Your agents that are on your team, that you're mentoring them, you're training them, how disciplined are they? Are you seeing them with the same discipline, or does that seem to be a struggle?
No, they're pretty good. I feel like they don't come into the office as much, but they're pretty focused. They are really focused, like, because they also have families. So,
Yeah.
And I tell them, hey, like, lock in while they're at school, lock in while they're at summer camp. So whenever they do get out of school, whenever they are at a summer camp, you can be mom. And then we don't have like a bitching husband that's like, hey, you're not paying, like, you can just really dedicate your time to your home, your husband, and your kids.
Do you find that, because now you're in a new location, so you're transitioning while your other one is under construction, you're in a temporary office, but still an office environment. Are you going still to the office every day?
I'm here now.
Yeah.
And
are you going every day?
Well, today's my first day here because I just moved out on Friday, but I'm here. I could have said this office is, 40 minutes away from my home. What a drag. Let's just work from Starbucks, or let's just work from my kitchen table. Absolutely not. I need to lock in.
Yeah. So is your team joining you there, or did you leave it optional?
No, I said, hey, Tuesday mornings, our sales meeting, y'all better be here. No, they'll follow me. They're like, Maggie, if you take us to Dayton, we'll go to Dayton. So I do have it's a small group, but they're very loyal. And they're hardworking women.
Do you think that they will come into the office every day? Is that your goal?
My goal, I would love for them to be here every day. I feel like when they're here every day, they hear me. I'm just like, I'm pounding it. And then I notice that does rub off on them. But I check in with them like, hey, hon, like, what are you doing? I miss you. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm showing homes, or I'm at a listing appointment. Like, I see their activity, and just hearing that, I'm like, okay, they're focused. But if they were like, oh, I'm just not being productive, then that does trigger me.
Okay. So when we were in Inman, and it's one of those things, when you leave, like when we leave, our agents a lot of times stop showing up for the office. We track stuff and that things aren't getting done naturally, right? And so with Paul, he's built this, what do you call the thing that you just recently built? Did you name it?
Our KPI tracker?
Yes.
No, our key performance indicator
Performance
tracker.
indicator, yes.
Yeah, but it's a tracker. Explain to Maggie the purpose of what you created and what its uses.
So every sales meeting, the agents, our KPIs for every week are appointments set, appointments met, and contracts written. So every sales meeting, our agents stand up proud and they say how many appointments they set last week, how many appointments they met, how many contracts they wrote, and how many closings they had. And in that, I log every agent's activity. Well, to back it up just a little bit, when I first created it, we started with goal setting to where everyone said their goals and what they want to accomplish. And then the formulas that I have built into it broke it down to how many appointments set, met, and all that good stuff they need to do throughout the year. And then it breaks it down to a week. So then I created kind of, I guess, somebody would pay for it like 100%. Like there was actually people selling it at Inman, but I created it before we even went to Inman, which is crazy. But
yeah, Paul, yes, introduce
sell that stuff.
Yes,
He's working on
But
it.
anyways,
He's going to.
I would actually rather teach people to create it themselves. And I'm understanding as we progress throughout this world, sometimes people won't know that they can create these things, and some people will just need to buy the done for you solution, which I can make, but I would rather teach you how to do it. That way you customize it to your company. All right, so like if there's anybody that runs a team, has an operations person, and they want to get that person to learn how to create it for themselves, I would love to, but I can also create a product and sell it. But anyways, so what ends up happening is after they state all that information, it shows them it breaks it down to every week on what they need to do, and it shows them where they are. I also connected it into our CRM. So what it'll show the agent is where they have these opportunities to set more appointments, to meet more appointments, to write more contracts that are in their CRM that they forgot about. And then they just click the link that's next to that section, and it takes them directly to the leads that they need to reach out to. And so it also gives them a score of their CRM, like a healthy score. If you're in a 20% score, you need some work. But as long as you're in like the 80s or above, you're productive. Like you're putting people in there, you're communicating with everybody, and nobody's falling through the cracks. And so it continuously updates and changes as they keep their CRM alive.
So no agent should ever be like, oh, I don't know where my leads are. I don't know who to call. I don't know who's looking. I don't know who's got activity going on in there. It pinpoints all of that, right, Paul?
Yep.
No,
yes.
for sure.
And the biggest, because everybody, when you join like a team or a brokerage that has a CRM, right? You join a new team, you join a new brokerage, they have a new CRM, and you don't know that CRM from Adam, right? You spend probably your first 2-3 weeks to a month trying to figure out how to use it. So in order to speed up that process, I just created a website that you go to, and then it shows you exactly where you need to go in that CRM. All you need to know how to do is call, text, email, set up a listing report or a market update. You're golden. You don't need to figure out all the bells and whistles with the CRM. You just need to do your top producing activities, and you're golden.
And it's the market update. Y'all use Brivity also, right?
We do.
Yeah, that's it. Like just put their information and put them on a market update.
That's
it.
You
know what's crazy, Maggie, is that when we were in California, all these CRMs, they're all coming out with their own version of AI. It's, like Lofty, they introduced theirs, and it's like, it's such a race. It's such a competition that it makes it so much more complex than it needs to be,
Yes.
Like I don't know if the way things are going, like what Paul built, like it could eliminate a lot of that stuff and simplify. Like we have to stop trying to make real estate so complicated, because 84% of the agents this year haven't sold a home. So it's been for the last 2 years 71%. So now all of a sudden we're in 2026 and 84%. So we went from 71% to 84% that aren't selling homes. Like that is not okay.
Terrible.
It's so terrible. And we're,
it is.
That's
like,
heartbreaking,
isn't it?
That means that,
Distractions.
suffering. It truly is. There's no income, and it's just the money's not circulating.
No. And a lot of people, like our industry, we're so blessed because artificial intelligence is never going to eliminate us ever. It just enhances us. But I think in our industry, in the world, I think artificial intelligence has eliminated jobs, and it's going to eliminate jobs. It's just evolution. And I think people, they are like lost out there. Like, okay, well, I don't know what to do for a career. Maybe I'll try real estate. It looks so easy because the lunch bunch makes it look easy, but people don't realize the lunch bunch doesn't sell houses. There are the 84%. It's because real estate's not easy. It's what Maggie gets up and does every single day, what I get up and do every single day, what Paul does, it is not easy. And, for us to unplug and check out, it's almost impossible. You have to literally have someone hold your phone, or at least I do, like away from me so I don't hear it or see it. And no technology around me. Otherwise, it's dinging, it's going off. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do this. I got to respond to this. Like that's our business, but we're wildly blessed to be able to do it from anywhere and to create our schedules and have our own as much income as we want. There's no ceiling on it. But I think there's such confusion out there in our industry, and artificial intelligence, yes, can make things better and make you more productive if it's used the right way, and not by paying people $5,000 for this and $20 for this and $800 for this. And this is $36. And it's like, it does not need to be all of that. And plugging into the right organization, like Maggie, we were in San Diego, and I don't even know how your name came up. It was somebody with Realtor of America, somebody that we were in this group, and somebody was asking about the Rise and Thrive podcast. And I said, well, actually, this podcast has been running for 4 years, actually 5 years. I said, I started it when COVID came. So it's been running for years, it's been renamed. This is a different name this time. And then they were asking, okay, well, explain to me, Maggie, what's Maggie's role in it? And I said, Maggie's role is that I love her and we're dear friends, and she's a beast. And so anytime we can bring Maggie on to give knowledge to our industry, that's what this is all about. That's what, and so these are people from afar that are watching, and they are remembering, like you, and remembering what you're saying, and you're drawing attention to it because people should pay attention to you because you're living by example. You lead by example. You're not one of these imposters that is like, oh yeah, look at me, and you haven't sold a single. You're the 84%. Like, okay, you shouldn't be out there trying to teach crap. You need to stop being the lunch bunch.
No, for sure. I want to touch on that. So I have people, they want to meet with me, and they're like, let me take you out for coffee or to eat. And I'm just like, you know what I do? I schedule everyone to come at the same time. And I'm like, you come to my office all at 1:00. And I meet with all of them, and I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And then I'll kind of like throw them to my assistant. I'm like, oh, like if I see that, okay, we could take this relationship further, then I'll keep them around a little bit more, or but I do that because I'm like, I don't have time for you to take me to go get a coffee. I don't need that. I don't have like eating. No, I pack my lunch. I bring my lunch. I'm good. But there are, for example, if you were to invite me out, like I know that's different. Our conversations are going to be different. I know that. Another one, like Andrea the Greatest, she's an investor friend of mine. Anytime, she's like, hey, let's go have lunch. I know our conversations are going to be different. It's going to be about building. And it's not
Yes.
even like building about real estate. It's just building about different businesses.
Yes.
And like Stephanie, the life insurance lady, I know it's not going to be about life insurance. It's going to be about building businesses, and those type of lunch dates, I'm all in. But as far as like just people trying to get
your attention.
No. We're not going to do that.
I want to ask you on a pivot a little bit, because while I was thinking about like brokers, because I was trying to remember who asked me about you, and this one other broker came to mind. He's not with Realtor America. He's with Century 21. And we were at Inman, and we ended up at a big table because the conference started late on day one. So we were kind of all had our laptops out and we're working at this like big conference table, and just randoms are sitting around. So Paul and I are sitting there working, and this guy is across from Paul, and he's older. And long story short, we end up in this conversation. Well, he's a broker owner of a Century 21 office, and he grabs one of our brochures. So they're talking about our splits and like, because we're in a completely different world. He's there in California. He's been in his business for like 42 years. And so his business is the best business. And so he's getting louder as he speaks. And so I was like, well, what do you think about actually being you're a Compass agent now? Like, cause he was like loud and proud about he's the owner of his office. So I was like, no, actually you're not, you're with Anywhere. And so I said that. And he was like, well, I love it. And he's like really abrasive about everything is great and it's marketing. And do you know that with us at Compass, we're going to end up taking both the buyer and seller side of things because of our marketing? And I was like, that's interesting. I said, but you know who gets hurt in all of this is the seller, because your listings aren't shown on all the MLSs. They're not shown. And as soon as I took that tone, his voice like elevated, and then it was going to be like on, like, and we and him, he's like a diagonal from me. And so I'm ready to go. And his son is sitting next to him, and his son, it looked like it was like Gong Show. And he like took the hook. He was like, okay, Dad, I think we need to go. Like, there's a thing that we need to go to. And so he gets his dad out of there. And this lady has been watching and listening to this whole conversation. She's at the other corner. Well, as it turns out, she's one of the like higher ups with the marketing part of Real Scout, which is our stuff that we use with Realtor America. So she had listened to this whole banter that went on back and forth, and she thought it was funny because here's this old guy who's like hell bent on our model being wrong, and like that, like we're gonna get crushed and blah blah blah, and that this model that they're introducing, which is Compass is going to create their own MLS. Compass is going to create their own, like Compass is going to be the crap. They're going to be the thing. And what he lost sight of, and what she was saying too, is like, all you're talking about is power and over the agents and over the industry. And the sellers are the one that got lost in all the sauce. Like these poor sellers, they're laser focused. This group that he's talking about is laser focused on keeping their listings private so they can double end the deal. That's what it was. That's what it came down to. They want to double end the deal. They want to be able, by doing their private listings, they can get their own, they'll get all the leads, right? Because no one can find their listings. And I was like, but the sellers are the one that gets lost in all that, because 90% of the buyers find their home online, and they find them on Zillow, and y'all aren't there. Mm-hmm. And he didn't like that at all. And she, the lady at Real Scout, was like, she said, I'm right. She was like that, but he didn't see it that way. He was like wildly irritated with where I was going with that. And she said, he's so wrong. Like that, his model is old and it's Century 21. Like I told her, it's like, that's laughable. And many,
that face.
And she said it. She's like, I think of the gold brown jacket, like, and you're standing out there with your yellow for sale sign. Like that's so dated. Like, and she was talking about Real Scout that we use. And she's like, wait till y'all see what we're going to roll out with Real Scout. And I can't remember the name of the company that she worked prior to being at Real Scout, but she was in a really high up marketing position with a big company. And she went to Real Scout and is part of Real Scout because she's like, this is literally probably one of the best lead gen platforms I've ever seen. And she said,
it is.
We're about to launch something. And she said, they're like going to launch something this year that they're working on right now that's going to take it even to a whole nother level. I say all that to say, Maggie, Like you've been in the traditional model, the Keller Williams model. I've been in all of these brokerages. And for this older Century 21 guy to say that, I challenge him because it's like you look at the model, the EXP, Real, LPT is growing really fast now. And us, that's the 4 companies really that are doing it right. We're growing like crazy.
I know we are. We really are. I see the value in a revenue share company. I truly
It's life changing.
It is, but it happened to my family and I at the right time.
You think it's a timing thing?
I do. I think my previous brokerage really did help me with building up my foundation. And I felt like whenever I came to Realty of America, I was strong enough to stand on my own and to create a facility with culture and to build other agents up.
You know what? I think a lot of it is too, like he was so laser focused on his splits and him. It was so self-centered. His conversation was so self-centered. And I get it. You have to have a profitable business. But when you look at like organizations like EXP, like us, like we just talked about, like it's being around people that are producing. I don't want to be at some of these I wouldn't be at these discount brokerages where that's where the 84% are. That isn't inspiring to me. And there's one guy even that's in our network that was part of that lunch bunch group for a couple of years because he was promised all these things that never came. And prior to him becoming part of that lunch bunch group, he was selling a lot. Like he was doing a lot. And then you get around this environment where people aren't, and it's okay to not. So you almost become like frowned on if you're a high achiever. It's like, oh gosh, we don't want to invite you to our things because you're going to outshine us,
And so all of our clients.
Sucked into that world. And now he's with us, and he's been with us. We met him at Inman a year ago. Now he is with us at Realtor America, and he said it. He's like, it's such a different environment that y'all have versus where I came from.
Yes,
Right.
No, for sure. And you're right about the pride thing, because at my previous brokerage, I was number 1 platinum agent, number 1, I think 3 years in a row since I pretty much got into real estate. Number one.
Yeah.
So whenever I came or I was thinking about moving to Realty of America, I was like, that was one thing that I was like going back and forth on. I was like, okay, if I go to Realty of America, I'm not going to be number 1. Like, I'm not going to be the platinum agent there. Like, I'm not. The people produce more than me.
Yeah.
And that was really hard for me. But it was an ego thing. Like it was ego. And I spoke with my mom, and my mom's all like, well, let's pray about it. And then my mom's all like, Maggie, you need to go. You need to go somewhere where you're not number 1.
Right.
Because everyone's coming to you for like advice or what do I do or what should I do? And now here I have so many other professionals that I'm like, wow, like he's doing that. Like we just get together and we learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that I am not number 1. I don't.
For sure.
I do.
Yes.
There's always no. There's so much to learn. There's so much to learn, and ego should be left out of the equation because it won't be anywhere.
I want to tell you. Let me
Paul.
say something real quick before we get too far away from that guy that was with the Anywhere model. I get it, right? It feels great, and they're even creating a brochure, and I really slept on this. Thought about this for a while. They're creating a brochure to where they're going to take their listings offline to where you receive the brochure to find their listing, so AI can't find them.
Old school. They're going to go into like a booklet.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
number one, there's a couple of things. It sounds great, but
it doesn't sound great.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't sound great at all.
No.
But I want you to know this. All right, real estate agents, you have a thing. If y'all have ChatGPT, if you have Claude, that's cool. Claude costs more. I use ChatGPT. If you have ChatGPT work, you literally can just put in the search parameters that you're looking for, and ChatGPT work will do all the work for you. Tricia, had a client that she was looking for she was looking for land for. And so while we were in the RV on our way to Lake Conroe, right, this is something that she thought she was going to have to take a couple of hours to do. Simply told Tricia a couple of things to say in the way that she talked to her ChatGPT work. How many listings did it find you from all kinds
12.
of different websites? It found
12.
you 12 actual listings that fit your client's requirements or what their needs. And so she was able to send that out just like that within, I'd say, what, like 15 minutes? It prepared that for you?
Yes.
Real estate agents, if you have a client that's looking for something specific, I don't care if it's on Compass's website. I don't care if they put in the brochure. Understand this. If you go to your ChatGPT work and you tell it exactly what you're looking for, it will search your MLS. It will search other MLSs. It will search Zillow. It'll search Compass's website. And by the way, if they do put it in a booklet or a pamphlet, I don't know if y'all know this, but there are these little machines to where you can turn a page and then AI will read everything that's on that page and upload it somewhere. You can do that. Even if it's in a brochure, you can't hide. You can still find their listing. So guess what, sellers, as long as if you're deciding to use that, if your agent that you're working with, or if the agent that's looking for your home is advanced in AI, they can still find it. So y'all can't hide it. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. So I just want to say that, like, I don't care what you try to do in the day and age of AI, you can't hide anything, right? Agents, y'all need to keep using artificial intelligence, learning from the way that you use it in order to make yourself better. That way you can get more time back and you can help your buyers and sellers be successful in this future.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, Maggie, I want you to, you're laser focused, like you say, you're locked in. Your agents are, for the agents that are listening to this and they're like, gosh, it's August. I'm in the 84%. I haven't sold anything yet. I don't want to be in the 84%. What should they be doing? What are you telling people to do to get locked in and get into production?
You need to be real with yourself. I truly believe you need to be real with yourself. Just like, what is it that you want? Like, is it income for your family? Is real estate the right profession or career that you should go into? Like, what is it? Because real estate's expensive. Our fees are expensive.
Yeah.
We have to pay for super, like, there's just so many little fees that we have to pay for, and it's expensive. It's always changing. So catch a snap or get with somebody who can mentor you, but come with value. Don't just come as dead weight.
Mm-hmm.
Come ready to work, right?
Ready to work.
Right.
Put in the hours
and really lock in.
Yes.
I have a new agent. She's from East Texas. She's from Jasper and Orange. And tonight she's here at the office. She lives 2 hours away from here. She's here. She's going to stay the night at my home this entire week. And she's like super locked in. She did an open house for me this past weekend on my new listing located in Crosby, Texas. Y'all should all go check it out. It's a beautiful big home. And she was like, Maggie, I want to do the open house. Maggie, I'm here to pick up the signs. Like, she's just so locked in. And she also got 2 pre-approved buyers, and she just got licensed. Not last Thursday, but the week before.
Crazy.
Nice.
But I told her, I said, you need to come in with a pipeline. Don't come to me with no pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Factual statement.
So in less than 2 weeks, she's got 2 pre-approved buyers.
Yes. With our mortgage company that we ventured into.
Yes. As long as you're around the right people.
Is that your sister?
Yes. Other than the sister, my goodness, really having the right person to guide the mortgage side of business has helped, because I've seen the numbers definitely triple, quadruple.
Isn't that crazy?
And she's laser focused.
Because she's like you.
She's
That's
like
right.
Okay, you guys, we'll end with this. Y'all know we created, it used to be another name. We had to rename it because we got these trademark things coming at us. So it's Top Agent Playbooks. I won't say the other name because then I'll get in trouble. It's Top Agent Playbook now, and it's for real estate agents in all shapes of the business, whether you're new, whether you're a broker, whether you're a team leader, whether you've been doing it 30 years. Like, the three of us are there, plus Amy. Amy is having car issues today, so she's not here with us. And our location's in the Woodlands. Do we have an address yet, Paul? Do you know?
We don't have an address, but it will be it won't necessarily be in the Woodlands. We can say Woodlands-ish. So northwest Houston area.
Okay. And it's coming up. It's the 17th, right? Is it August 17th? It's always the third Wednesday, whatever the third Wednesday is. And it's 11 to 1. And it's free, you guys. Lunch is going to be provided. Maggie, have you thought about what segment you're going to teach this time?
Yes, I definitely want to touch on the consistency in the daily routines.
You need to. They need
Very
it.
nice.
Yeah.
You 84% of the agents that haven't sold a home, you probably want to attend this. Paul, have you thought about what you're going to teach? Are you going to do what we talked about here?
Absolutely. I can for sure go over how to set up a branded website using your ChatGPT work, create something to deliver value to buyers or sellers. 100%. I could even probably create something to where you give a buyer a custom top home list or something like that. But I'll show y'all how to do it, and everybody can do it with me. I'll think over the next couple of weeks how I can extremely simplify it to where we can all get it in 20 minutes.
Okay. We don't know what Amy is going to touch on. Probably something to do with luxury and building, perhaps, or where she's getting the leads from. And then, of course, I'll teach on listings always, because you should be a listing-focused business always. August 17th, north-ish side of Houston. Paul, do we have a website yet where they can go to see details about it?
It is under construction because we need an address. Okay. But I will say this to anybody and everybody that's watching this: if there's some kind of technology product that you're planning on purchasing, shoot me a DM. If you have my cell phone number, call me before you do that. Let's talk about it before you commit.
So block your calendars out right now from 11 a.m. Block it out till 2 so that you have time to eat. And because we're there till 2, we can answer questions and all that stuff. It's going to be nonstop learning. We're not going to sit here and talk to you about recipes or anything stupid. It's straight up real estate learning and everything artificial intelligence and real estate related. So block out your calendar, August 17th, 11 to 1, and we'll shoot you the location by end of today. We'll put it out there.
Yes. So exciting.
Yes. Final thoughts, Maggie.
Be consistent. Lock in. It's August. It tends to slow down. So the work that the closings, the work that you're going to see this month in August was the work that you put in last month.
Amen. Paul, final thoughts.
I want to say one thing. A couple of things. Limit distractions. With that being said, a huge takeaway that we got from Inman that I wanted to share with everybody. There were 3 people that went on stage, and they were on a panel, and they were asked a simple question. The 3 of them are high producing ultra luxury agents. They were all asked, if you had $1,000, if you just got a new listing and you had $1,000 worth of ad spend or marketing dollars to spend to market your listing, how would you spend it? They all laughed and said $1,000 isn't enough for the type of listings that they do, right? These are people that do $58 million to $200 million listings. But the first one that they asked that question goes, with $1,000, I would look for the best photographer, the best photos to put for my listing. I need dynamic photos that make it top, right? That was the first one. The second one said she would record, and she said that she would pay for a very luxury video to put on MLS.
Remember, she said she'd use her phone because $1,000 isn't enough.
But that wasn't enough. Correct. Yeah. It wasn't enough to do a good listing video. She said so she would shoot her phone. Yep. Yeah. She would shoot a video with her phone and then use the remaining dollars towards ad spend to run ads on Facebook and Instagram just to generate leads for it. The third guy was, honestly, I think it was the best answer if you look to his response all the way down to the core. But it sounds crazy. He said, with $1,000, I would buy a badass suit and I would door knock the crap. He didn't say crap. I would door knock the crap out of that neighborhood. I would 100% spend all my time finding the buyer. And that while I'm doing that, I'm going to get 2 more listings just like it so I can market them too. I say that because those are 3 different ways of doing work, right? But all that last one showed that man was 100% focused on putting in the sweat equity. His sweat equity was going to return him more on his investment than anything else. When y'all are out here thinking about all these tech products and all these wonderful things that are allegedly going to make your life better, they will, however, but if you don't do what you're supposed to do as a real estate agent to get out there, put in the sweat equity, follow up with the leads, generate the leads, then guess what? You're throwing money at the wall. Don't be afraid to get out there and do the work. And it goes for the tech space and it goes for real estate agents.
Yes.
Love it.
True.
2 handwritten notes a day. I said it in our community this morning. 2 handwritten notes a day, 2 home evaluations every day, 5 days a week. Just focus on 5 days a week. Your pipeline will always have business in it. Always. Send those handwritten notes. They matter. All right, you guys. Register for Top Agent Playbook. Watch for it. We'll be launching that later today with the address. Block out your calendar, August 17th, 11 to 1. Y'all have an amazing day. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye, guys.